Hello, welcome back. So today is another off the board project. I am again having another go at this watercolour doodling. So there is loads that I've pinned on Pinterest of these watercolour doodles, and that sent me down a rabbit hole of more watercolour doodles and doodle flowers, which then led me to a YouTube video. Wait a minute, squeaky chair. Sorry, just reaching for the name of the person's video. It's a video by Elizabeth Sampson, Whimsical Watercolour Flowers. I'll link it below. Led me to her video of basically this technique that I do for these doodle flowers, and I really love how this works out. So I'm just using the Vicky Bouton colours here that have come from the Where To Next. As you see, the further along I go, the better the watercolours come out, because the water's kind of soaked in and made activated the pigment and the watercolour. So they do get better. I just got a bit impatient and didn't leave them long enough to begin with, which is why those first purple ones aren't brilliant. I'm not getting precious about two colours touching and bleeding into each other. In fact, you see there, I'm encouraging it a little bit. So yeah, just filling the paper up with some circles. I then go and get the colours which are from Sweet Shop. Was it Sweet Shop? I can't remember. The one for Print Shop anyway. My gosh, this is really Sweet Rush. There we go. The one for Print Shop. So just getting the green out of that set and just making sure there I can do what I'm planning, and it's just making some little leaves just by touching the paintbrush on, and just filling some of the spaces between the circles with those leaves, and go through that. You'll notice that probably then when I brought these paints out that I've got two of the greens and two of one of the other colours. It's because I stored them upright when coming home from a crop and they hadn't dried properly and they all ran into each other and ruined them. So I bought a second set, kept hold of the ones that didn't get ruined. So yeah, so that's all my circles done and all my leaves done, and left that overnight to dry because I did this quite late yesterday evening. And now I'm just coming in with my micron pen. So what I'm doing with the doodle is I'm going around the outline and then around the supposed to be circles. What I'm doing with the doodling is just putting a line around, you know, where sort of there's layers of colour, or you know, it's dried where it's a little bit more pigmented or a little bit more mica, and just my doodling just basically is lines around those bits. Some of them are really obvious, like that bit on the that bit there, and some of them are just the way my light's reflecting off the mica, and then just also going around the green leaves, and doing stems going down the page around them, and then up through the middle I'm just kind of doing a little scribble line along the middle. So I don't have you sit and watch me doing all of these. I will cut it out in a bit, and just come back to doing the last one. But I really found this really relaxing. It's something I'll do again. As I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Definitely something I will do again. And that purple one, the first purple one, I do go back in and add more doodles to that, and you'll see that when I skip ahead in a minute. I do end up actually with my really bad pins and needles in my thumb because my carpal tunnel and not being able to feel my thumb by the end. But other than that, it was really relaxing. I really enjoyed doing this. I spent a little bit of time on it this morning went out for coffee, and then I finished the layout when I come back. So yeah, I'm going to skip it in a minute. But you just see me just going around. As I said, some of them you see it's really obvious, like the white bit in the middle I've left there. The really darkened bits where the pigment or the mica's pulled. And some of it, as I said, is just the way my light's shining. And there we go. So nearly done. Just skipped ahead there to doing what I thought was the last one. And I do notice I've missed one later when I am trimming it. So I now go to doing the actual layout. So I've used the photos there are of me with this giraffe sculpture at, I think, a place called Pocklington Gardens. It's in West Yorkshire. It's just somewhere that Mr. Ding and I stopped for a cup of tea on our way back from a trip to, well, we were going to Bridlington for fish and chips, and it was absolutely chucking it down, so we just stopped at a chippy on the way, sat and had them in the car, and then stopped for a brew because the rain had stopped at Pocklington Gardens on the way back. So because you have to pay to get in the gardens to go to the tea room, we had a little wander around as well. So I trim 1/8 of an inch off all 4 sides there and decide to back it on a piece of black cardstock. Just because all the black with the doodling, I just felt it needed that. And I am actually really gutted that I did. Oh, there we go. Spotted the one I missed. I'm really gutted actually that I didn't just cut this into panels, and I just covered the middle bit up completely with the pattern paper. I should have cut this into 2 panels and saved some for another layout. But at the end of the day, it's just card and paint, so I can just make it again. Just, been so pleased with how this first one turned out. So just starting through the embellishments now. This take a photo was going to be the title to begin with, but then when I go through the sticker sheet, I end up with just putting 3 words on. You'll see the journaling card that's on the left. That's the one that I made in the video I did yesterday, showing the waxes and the wax seal stamps that I've purchased from Hey Little Magpie. I put one of the compasses there underneath to take a photo. I did intend on using all 3 of those compasses that I'd stamped in that wax. I dropped one and I cannot find it. I've pulled stuff out, it could have rolled under, can't find it, don't know what's happened to it. It's possibly landed in the bin and then just gone clatter down to the bottom of it. So just using these butterflies now from the papier set, papery, I don't know. So because they're flowers on the back, doodle flowers, I thought it looked really good with the butterflies, and I'm in a gardens, so I thought that would go. I do 3D foam up that take a photo, and then use wet glue to put the compass, tuck it underneath. Then with these butterflies, I use 3 of these smaller foam pads, and then my adhesive down the middle. What's that called? My ATG down the middle. I do that on all 3 butterflies to do that. So I stick them all down with it. I just wanted to be, a little bit of dimension. You've got the dimension of the texture there with the compasses from the wax seal. And I just didn't want the butterflies flat and be lost into the painted and doodle flowers. So I popped them up. This is when I went to do the 3rd wax seal and dropped it and can't find it. So give up looking and come back. Just some of these stickers from the sheet now. So this is now going to be the title, Discover New Places, because this was just a place we happened upon driving past, looking for somewhere to stop for a brew. And then that sticker there is making my, for my 3rd cluster as well. I use these geotags from the stickers. I don't really use much else other than the sticker book on this layout, and the wax seals, those 3 papers, flowers, butterflies. Because there's so much going on with that background, I just wanted then the stars of the show to be the photos, because they always should be, and not overdo the embellishing. So we are nearly done. Pop that little flag there. Do add a few little bits. I have another compass, a compass sticker to the top. I think then we're done. Yes, thanks so much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe and check out the playlist off the board. Have a good day. Bye bye.